Greg Suttie on Soccer. I'm here with General Manager of San Diego Soccer's Sean Bowers. Sean, this is the run for 15. What have you got guys going on? I mean, this is going to be pretty exciting.
It's going to be great. I think we're in the best place we've been all year.
Right.
We've been talking about that, and, we struggled at the start of the year, and we kind of found our niche as we got towards the end of the season, and now we're playing the best soccer really since I've been here as the general manager over the last 4 years.
Well, that's a huge statement. Well, I mean, peaking at the end of the season is exactly what a team wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we've been talking about. We were all kind of disappointed on, how we played in the middle of the year, at the start of the year, being 3-6 or 4-6. Our record really didn't show the type of team we were. But I think there's a couple things that happened during the season that kind of made us the team we are right now. And everybody held each other accountable, from the coaching staff to myself, all the way down to the players. And everybody has now bought into the things that we're trying to teach everybody. And then obviously being on the same page. And kind of different for us. Soccer is we've always been an offensive team. And this year we're much more defensive team. And as a defender myself in the olden days, I love that. I take pride in that.
Well, I mean, what's the cliche? Defense wins championships.
Absolutely. And, that's coming into this, that's where we are right now. We do have guys that can score goals, obviously Childs and Tavoy and Brandon, right, score goals. But
Absolutely.
The heart of our team is, the goalkeeper, the defense, the team defense, not just our defenders, but our team defense. Everybody knows they have to play defense. Everybody knows they have to slide and block shots, get in front of the ball, put your body in front of it. So, we're in a great place right now.
Well, what do you think about the fact that we've got this SoCal championship in SoCal going forward? We didn't know this was going to happen 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's a testament to really Ontario, the team, who they are. They've got great talent, great coach, great organization. And I think, right now we have the two best teams in the final, and that's always what you want to do. And,
Absolutely.
And for us, the quarterfinal was a tough, we learned a lot about ourselves against Tacoma, and then obviously playing against Florida and the transition that they have. They're very transitional as a team. So we game planned very well, and the guys bought into it. And, this is great. Southern California,
Are you kidding?
We're going to have fans tonight, which is,
Absolutely.
just started here in Southern California. So for us, it's, the best of both worlds for both organizations.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that, because had we played these games 1 week ago, we would not have had fans in the stands. How has that worked out as far as the San Diego Sockers are concerned, for injuries, preparation, the extra week? And then also, what's your point of view as far as that extra week bringing the fans in the stands?
Well, they brought that to us. Phil called me and said, hey, what do you think about, prolonging it for a week? And, we went over the reasons why we would do it. Obviously, one is for both teams to get healthy.
Yep.
I think that you want to beat a team at the highest peak. And
Absolutely.
I think both teams would say that, right?
Yep.
We don't want anybody hurt on ours. We don't want anybody hurt on theirs. And we want to play each other when everybody's healthy. So I think, that's number one. Number two is obviously having fans in the arena. And now that these guys get to perform, right? They get to play. They get to bleed soccer, indoor soccer, in front of these fans. And I think that even though it's going to be about 1,300, 1,400, I think that they're going to be the lucky 1,400 to watch the game. And I know that it's going to be on Facebook, live, and it's going to be free. So we're going to have a lot of people watching the game. And how awesome is it to have two Southern California teams in the final, knowing that whoever's going to win this is going to stay in SoCal.
So what is the future going forward, if you can share anything about the teams that did not play this season? What are we looking at next season?
That I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen with that. But all those teams that didn't play this year, the expectation is that they're going to come back next year and play. And for whatever reason that was,
that's all good.
Absolutely. And the East Coast teams just couldn't pull it off. And we had Milwaukee decided not to be in. And I don't think there's any hard feelings with anybody. And I think that. I'm actually very proud of the league and being able to have our season during this time of COVID.
I would agree.
And giving these players a place to play, economically for them, being employed, and then also, for the fans. So the fans have something to look forward to. And, COVID's been hard for everybody.
Yep.
Most people staying at home, but they give them a sense of, hey, we got the Sockers to watch in 2 days. We're really hyped up for it. So we have gotten a lot of that, a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls about how appreciative all the fans have been.
I've seen that on social media too.
Yeah.
Everybody's really been fired up. And from a personal standpoint, this extra week has offered me an opportunity to continue marketing the game and throw it out there to new fans, trying to pull more people into the game.
Yeah, and I think that's important. Obviously, hopefully tonight we'll have some new fans coming in. A lot of season ticket holders are coming from both sides.
Yeah.
But anytime that you can get, a new generation of fans to watch this game,
Yes.
I've always say this, I've never met someone that has come to a game or that has watched a game on TV that has been disappointed in the game.
Absolutely.
Once you get them here and you have them watch, they get hooked. It's a very entertaining game. It's a very, high-paced game, physical game, and I think that's great for all the fans, even fans that we haven't seen yet, to get connected to it.
So let's talk a little bit about how familiar you guys are with each other as teams. I mean, there's a lot of time together. There's a lot of players that have gone back and forth. How does that familiarity work towards what we're about to see tonight?
Well, I think at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a great series. And I say that just because we do know each other very well. They know everything about us, what we do, our strengths, our weaknesses, and I think vice versa. We've gone over it for the last 2 weeks. Obviously, with an extra week, right, we get more preparation time for those teams. So, for Ontario, so we are very prepared for it, and we know what they bring. We know the style that they like to get out and transition. We know that they can also play a half-court game in terms of the field and playing half field-wise that way. But I think at the end of the day, it's not going to be one of those like, oh my gosh, can't believe this happened. We never accounted for that. We know it's coming, and if it happens, if it's against us, it's our fault, and if it's against them, it's their fault. So I think that there's no secrets.
Okay, so one last thing, Sean, because I know you're busy as heck, and we got a game coming up here real soon. But we got one last question. Okay. Frank Tayu's birthday and Colin's birthday. Who's getting a birthday present tonight on the field?
Well, I'm gonna tell you I'm biased on this one, right? So I'm gonna say it's Pollo.
Nice.
But happy birthday to Frank, right?
Nice.
But obviously for me, it's Pollo, and to be quite honest with you, just speaking for my team, Pollo's been playing unbelievable in the playoffs.
Absolutely,
he's had a resurgence,
Yes.
And I think that this playoff has showed some players that maybe didn't have a great regular season or what the expectation was, and now they're having a great playoff.
Yeah.
Gutierrez has had a great year.
No kidding.
And the playoffs, and Pollo's had a great playoffs.
No kidding.
And like I said, I think everybody's buying in on the soccer side. But happy birthday to both. And like I said, I think the series is going to be. I think the word you used to me is epic. It's going to be an epic series.
Yep, that was my word. Yeah. All right, Sean Bowers, thank you so much for joining me.
No problem, man.
Get back to work.
All right, thank you.